morning. Today I went ahead and made a list of things that we need to accomplish. Number one is we need to water all my plants, take care of the plants that are outside that I've been ignoring. They're dead. I need to like throw them away. Pot up some plants, but in the paludarium using some of my wire, and we'll be positioning I think probably like 6 to 7 plants. We're also gonna go pick up some plants at the post office. Make sure you stick around for just a really nice, relaxing day. I'm just realizing I forgot my glasses, so I was like, why can't I see myself very well in the monitor? I went ahead and made me and Chris a coffee. Christopher slept in a little bit today, so I figured I would just go ahead and make one so that we don't feel tempted to spend money and get a coffee while we're out. But yeah, I think today's gonna be really relaxing. We're gonna prune some plants as well to give you lots of tips. It's not gonna be a normal, like, you watch me water and then that's it kind of a video. It's gonna be taking care of my plants and giving you active tips the whole time. If you like this kind of calm, relaxing content, make sure you hit like and subscribe. And let's just go ahead and get into the day. Hello, I'm here with Chris. He's over there. Unfortunately, my lens on this camera isn't big enough to get both of us, so you're just gonna have to be a voice. I wanted to do a car opening segment because it's been a minute. Plant box. I see a white guy in there. I don't know what this is. It's a little teeny tiny guy. That's new growth. Cool. Right there. This is Hoya sigillatus.
It's such a nice
look at
container.
This. Hello. It's me, your plant mom.
Holy fuck. Your face, dude. You're so big. Double plastic.
I don't even know who sent me this.
I
think a subscriber just like sent me this for fun.
You don't know who I is? Shame on you.
The spider eye and you the fly. This stuff I think. Can you never do that again?
No, until you stop sneezing the way you sneeze.
I don't reveal how I sneeze. They've never heard me sneeze.
You sneeze.
Yeah,
horribly.
on the stream there's a
horrible
subscriber goal for a real sneeze. I'll really sneeze one day. I love that everything is double bagged. Oh, I think this is an Epipremnum albo. Okay, I know who sent this to me now. They were like, do you want an Epi albo? And I was like, oh yeah. And we got a random node guy in here too. I don't know what this is. But there's a boy.
I like the plastic bag method.
Yeah, I keep saying, here's our little Epi elbow. This is great because today I'm adding a bunch of other plants that I actually got this week into my paludariums and terrariums. We're gonna be inserting them and mounting them in there and everything. So this will be great. More stuff to add to the walls. Thank you, for sending this to me. I'll message you on Instagram because I know you just messaged me the other day. Hello, so we're back home now and we're gonna go ahead and get to work kind of taking care of my plants. Quite a few things need to be watered today. We also need to like put some plants in some more permanent places. I think what I'm gonna start out with doing is all the bulk watering. So I need to bulk water my really big ponytail palm, all of my trees, and then both of my peace lilies and my fishtail palm. Here is my watering can and I'm gonna go ahead and fill this up. I'll probably do 3 or 4 of these into Victor the 1975, my massive ponytail palm. When I water my plants, the most important thing to me is making sure, honestly, that it doesn't overrun onto my carpet. So whenever I'm watering my plants, I'm making sure that I'm letting all the water completely drain, giving it an option, giving it some time to see if it's gonna drain, and then I will pour more into it after. With watering, you can always choose to add more water, but you can't really take away if it, spills on your carpet. I ended up giving about 2 to 3 of these watering cans to each of my bigger plants. They are so thirsty, especially this palm that I'm watering right now. So much water, and if I don't, it just browns and crisps up. So with this plant, I find it needs a ton of water all the time, and then I always let it drain all the way out. After I finished watering that plant, it started going pretty fast. I was watering my trees, my fiddly figs, as well as my peace lilies. This one was especially thirsty. This plant ended up taking 2 whole gallons, which is a lot
for that little plant. I've also been watering my Boston fern pretty often. This is my tiger fern. It's a variegated Boston fern. Then I went and took to my shelf and started watering all the smaller plants on it, of which there are not that many. I was kind of surprised. I was like, wow, I really downsized. One thing though I did forget to water was my grapevine, so tonight I have to let it bottom water. Then I started watering my jasmine. I don't water this plant as much as I probably should. I'm sure if I gave it more water, it would flower more often, because when I first got it, I was watering it every day and it was flowering all of the time. While I was filming this video, I wasn't originally going to water all of my plants. I was just going to do my trees and my larger plants. But then I was like, you know what? It's summer. Everything's kind of growing. A couple things definitely could be watered. So I decided, all right, I'm going to kind of water everything. I filled up all of my sweet potatoes kind of in these little glasses, and I gave them all a nice water refresher. I don't generally water all my plants whenever I do a watering day. So it took me about an hour, probably a little over an hour, because I was very careful to make sure that nothing got overwatered. Whenever I kind of ran out of water, I would just go dump it out in one of the larger plants, and I made sure to account for that when I went and watered these towards the end. It's always fun when I am having a plant care day because Raven's always really involved. She just kind of follows me around or sits on the floor right in the middle of whatever I'm doing. All of my plants are putting out new leaves and a lot of growth right now, so I decided to just give everything a super deep watering. My plants also get direct south-facing light, so it's important to make sure that they're getting more water than usual. In the summer, plants always need more water than they do in the winter, fall, and spring because they're experiencing higher temperatures, they're experiencing more growth. Usually that's when people really get on the fertilizer train and fertilize their plants a ton. So because of all of that, maybe even opening your windows, the plant's experiencing some wind, they're going to use more of the water in their system. That's why outside plants have to be watered so much. When plants are experiencing wind or actual elements, like the outdoor elements, they use more of their water because they're more stressed. So in the summer, it's important to just water more.
We're gonna fix that, okay? I have these two plants out here that died, and I've been living in denial, but you know what? We're gonna get rid of them. Hi. We got a pot to use. Okay, hi. I'm gonna show you now. We're kind of like done with, let's bring you up. We're done with all the chores. Now what we're gonna do is I am going to show you the plants that we're going to be putting away today. I have quite a few of these. One of them involves this Syngonium albopodophyllum that I've had for a really long time. I got this from one of my friends, Devin, and it doesn't grow very well outside of a terrarium. I wanted to put this originally in the terrarium when I first put it together, but then I forgot. So we're gonna put them in there, and then we'll add these little kodamas to the build as well. I have these wonderful plants. I have this Peperomia elongata, and I accidentally burned this. It was touching one of my grow lights, which got really hot. This is Monstera obliqua amazonica. This is the third variety of obliqua that I own now. So it's pretty cool. It looks a lot more like the Peruvian form than I thought it would. Right here, we have Anthurium hybrid echo. It's a complex hybrid between a poppy cross and a forgetii. Then we have this strawberry shake. I am finally going to be adding into my build. Then finally, we have the plants that I got today, as well as these two Hoyas, which I got with my shake. So we're gonna be adding everything together, and we're gonna kind of add some plants to the build. This is pretty cool because I don't normally get this many plants to add to a build. So I think it'll be fun to kind of like decide what's gonna go where. And we got our wire and scissors. This is the wire I'm going to be using to place plants in the terrarium. It's super cheap. I think it's like $3 at a Lowe's or Home Depot, but I always get mine at Lowe's. Let's start with the least crowded one, which is gonna be my second paludarium. So not the IKEA cabinet yet, but we're gonna actually start with the smaller one. So here is our second build, and I'm gonna go ahead and get started. It's very, very humid in here. I really wish the lights could be in here, but I was really stupid and I didn't realize that when I was having the glass cut, I should have asked for a tiny layer, a tiny corner for the cords to come out, but I didn't do that. So in here, I actually have most of my anthurium. So I have my anthurium Ace spades in here, my poppy, my magnificum, which is actually pregnant right now. And then up here, I actually have a strawberry shake, which has 2 growth points, and it's currently growing from both. Then I have a couple Hoyas up here, my Matilde Splash is up here, and a couple begonias in here as well. It's a philodendron. So everything is going really good. All the begonias are really loving life. I have a carnivorous plant in here. This is a Nepenthes. He is doing so much better since being in here. And then I have a couple nodes that have no leaves yet, just kind of sprinkled around along this back wall. I know I haven't shown this to you yet. I should probably make a tour of this one since it is brand new. But if you are curious about what's in it, you can go to my second channel, youtube.com/streammeashley. And I did a 7-hour-long stream where we put together this entire thing on stream. I figure this is the more humid situation, so we'll do our best to put things in here that like a lot of humidity. And the Burley Marks Fantasy is already growing, which is great. Our Biliatia is putting out a leaf right now, which is great. My 2 philodendron majestics are coming in. Still waiting on something. Maybe we're not. It looks like the poppy also might have a new growth point. So everything in here is just flourishing. So I'm very happy to see that. So far, I have yet to build one of these and have it do badly. Just growing your plants like this. Restrepia is already 3 brand new leaves. We got a node right here that's doing something. I have so many nodes just around that are all doing growth at the same time, which is pretty cool. All right, well, I think what I want to do is I think I want my Syngonium to go on the bottom. I actually have my Rhaphidophora tetrasperma, which you can see it's this guy right here. So we'll just go ahead and take him out for a second and we'll make some space. I have a Monstera obliqua base right here that has an activated growth bud. And I have been considering moving the Sarawak out of this one. I can't see it as much, but you know what? It's doing so much growth, I should probably just leave it. My begonia species Sarawak is right down here, and it's very blue. I'll give you a close-up. There we go. Whoa, we got some really crazy roots. Oh my gosh. Now that's a root system. Wow. We're gonna go ahead and do our best with that. Something that's fun about these kinds of projects is that you can pretty much let the roots go wherever you want. Some moss right here. The cool thing about making a terrarium that you can't finish in one sitting, like this one, because I think I made this 2 weeks ago now, and it's the kind of thing you can't just finish in one sitting. You have to kind of like let it grow in over time, you know? It really kind of enforces the fact that you have to wait for plants to grow in, or you have to have a place where you can put plants when you get them.
I need your opinion on stuff.
Okay.
I just need to know whether you want me to like edit the part where you're like pointing at stuff, or you want to do that personally.
No, you can. I want to see how you would go about doing it.
Okay.
Because I can always change anything. Everyone say thanks, Chris, for helping Ashley make videos.
Thanks, Chris.
I'm gonna wait to put back the obliqua. And what's something else we could kind of put in the front to spice it up? Maybe it's time for the shake. We could put the shake like kind of like right in the front. All right, so here is our strawberry shake. It is so beautiful. Like half of the plant's variegated and the other half isn't. Now it's got like a really nice little pop of kind of color. That's good. That looks good, I think. Very cute little spot. We'll tuck in our Monstera obliqua right next to it. Again, that doesn't look like anything yet because we have to wait for time to do its thing. Right next to it as well, kind of like back where it was. Good. Oh my gosh, it's so fun to add stuff to terrariums. Obliqua Amazonica. And in here, we have the Obliqua Peru. And we actually have a second Obliqua Peru. I took a cutting of this one to try to sell it. Little guy. Maybe I should put it, I'll actually put this one in the other one. We'll make a pile for the other. I think it would be fun to put the Epipremnum albo in here because in my experience, I feel like that plant likes a lot of humidity, and we'll use some wire and kind of pin him. Make it into a nice little hairpin piece. This way it sticks in really nicely. Oh, so now he's tucked in right there. Our little epi albo right there. And then that root, I'm not worried about it. I'll probably add a little tie to keep it in place, but that's just gonna root into the surrounding moss and do whatever it wants. I have zero idea what this is. But we're just gonna go ahead and stick it in somewhere. I think let's tuck it right back here. This way. Right there. Take another tie because that one's not very long. Cool. So I have no idea what that is, but we will find out later. I think that these are begonia nodes in our bag. I don't know what these are for, so I'm just gonna put these in a moss bag. Or probably, I'll probably put them in that terrarium. Is there anything else in here? Is a Hoya. I mean, I know it's a Hoya. I don't know what Hoya it is, but now I have a bunch of Hoya I need to add. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Hoyas, and I can't decide if I want to put them in here or if I want to put them in the other one. Let's put them in here. You know what? Why not? Let's put them up high. We kind of have an empty part of the wall, which you can't see from where you're at. So yeah. See all that? There's nothing really there. So we're gonna put them up there. I have all my Hoya in my other box, really, really high up, because they can take the light up there. Right. There's a guy. There's another one that's in there now. We'll add this one. This is a really beautiful Hoya. I'm not sure what it is. I mean, that is so beautiful. It's got like patches on it, like little spots. You can see here's my other strawberry shake that I have that I propagated. This guy's actually putting out a new leaf and 2 new leaves right now, and also a new stem. So that's fun. I think you should go right here. Right there, just like that. That's pretty. See, that's the one we just put in there. I have no idea what that is, but it's beautiful. Normalize not knowing what plants are called and just putting them places because you like how they look. Actually, I'm gonna take a couple of these leaves off. They're just blocking too much light. There, it's a little less bushy now. There's just so much, there's a couple plants right here that I just feel like aren't getting enough light, so. We have another Hoya I'm gonna add. I don't know what this Hoya is either. Here's this Hoya. Okay. Nice. All right, he is in, he's secure. I'm just really excited about this strawberry shake right here. It's got a very cute little leaf. Now we have another Hoya. I think we should put this Hoya in here as well. I know we're putting a lot of things in this one. We have a lot of space here to work with. I just tucked this one kind of back. There's a little spot right here, so tucked him right there. And my other one is so full. Just don't want to overcrowd it. Hoya sigillatus is right here in this little thing. We're gonna put it in the other one. Since it's small enough, it can go in the other one. Let's do something easy. We're gonna put this guy in here. This Anthurium Poppy Hybrid Echo. The one I got from Botanophile. We're gonna put in this one. Because I already have another Anthurium seed in the other one, so. Oh God, where's a good spot? I just realized I just planted it and I didn't even get to show you where it was at. So The little Anthurium echo seedling is right there, right here. I put it in this little spot. It's this right here. So it's gonna be a little hidden, but it will keep it really good. We also have a serpens right here. I don't know if I've shown this very well to you guys, but we have a very nice dark philodendron here. It's called philodendron serpens. Has a red back and an extremely fuzzy petiole. I'm gonna put Peperomia elongata and this other Opalica in the other one. But in here, let's go ahead and put our little kokodamas or kodamas around. I think that that'll be fun right there. Look at them. We got one of them right there, sitting. And then the other one is up there. Look at him. Oh, it's so cute. I think it's a nice little upgrade we got going on. I do need to clean the glass though, for sure. Okay, here's the plants that we have left to plant. I think it's just these three. So we'll go ahead and put those in the other IKEA cabinet. Now, this cabinet is a lot more refined. It's been going for over a month now. Everything in here is like thriving, and if it hasn't been thriving, I have taken it out. But let's go ahead and plant some of these dudes in here. We are gonna cut off this paludarium leaf because it's dying. We already have a new leaf coming in on the paludarium, which is so cool. I mean, look at how long that is. That's crazy. I accidentally filmed everything that I just did in slow motion, which means that there's no audio. But right now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you everything that I just did because I'm so glad I caught that. That was almost so bad. Right here we have our little Hoya sigillatus. It's right next to the Hoya sigillatus Alice River. It is right here. He's growing nicely along. This is actually all him. I had to tuck this vine down because he was growing around the grow light. But I have them right next to each other because I feel like they will complement each other pretty well. Right here, I have my Peperomia elongata. I think it looks really, really nice in this spot next to the Ilsamanii and Cuticuense. And I actually moved my pink princess up here because I thought it would pair really well with the pink lady Peperomia that I have. And then this little red Nepenthes that I also have. He is so cool. Like, I love this. I got it at the Franz Witt booth at the garden show, and he actually just put out that new one right there with the really green rim. I love it. I think it is so cool. He's so good. I love that thing. So good. So yeah, I thought that those three would go really well together. And then the Peperomia elongata kind of just like fills in that little space, I think, really nicely. And then here's the Ilsamanii, which is completely unrelated, but it's putting out its greenest leaf on this new section of this plant. But I'm actually so excited because it looks like it's probably a half moon. I will definitely give you an update on that soon. But yeah, that's what I did there. And then I put the Oblique guy right there. I actually forgot about this Oblique stump, which I'm also gonna be putting in here. I'm gonna put him right next to this one so that I don't forget where it is. All right, and there's my little stump right next to the Oblique Amazonica. And then here's my Oblique Bolivia. He is right here, and then he actually vines around. As you can see, this one's a lot more finished than the other one, and that's because this is where I planted most of my plants, and then the other one was the second one that I did. I don't actually have a dedicated video on this channel of my smaller paludarium, but you can go and watch the 7-hour-long live stream of me making it. So yeah, also these grow lights have been so fun. My Monstera is putting out this new leaf, that new leaf, that new leaf. I feel like because, oh, that one's brand new. And then this one's putting out 3 new leaves right now. And I feel like the grow light, the mother grow lights are just doing so much for this. So Yeah, look at that. That's so pretty. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go around and clean because I have made quite a mess. So I'm gonna be vacuuming and then we'll go through and we will prune some of my plants together, get rid of some dead leaves and make everything look really nice. Okay, now what we're gonna do is my favorite part, which is take care of the ugly leaves. I have this beautiful plant that I wasn't watering enough for a while. So it has a lot of these dead or dying stems here. And I just go through and I cut off all the bad leaves. And then I've been making sure to water it a lot. Like a lot. I water this plant more than I water my peace lily. And that's what has all this nice, beautiful green coming in. But it's also got a lot of this just like gross, dead leaves that I don't like. So I am removing them so that it just looks really nice and healthy. And I'm making sure to water it a ton. And it's putting out right now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 brand new fronds of brand new leaves that are all gonna be nice and green. So this plant was pretty big, but then I wasn't doing it right. I've never had this plant before. Yeah, I've been trimming it to make sure that it just looks really nice. And there's a difference between like something getting a couple bad marks and it getting, you know, really brown. But right now it just has a bunch of really nice green because I mean, I must water this plant once every day, maybe every 2 days, and I water it real deeply, so. That guy looks a lot better now. You can see all the dead leaves on the floor. So over here on the shelf, we have this Monstera Adansonii, which has a lot of leaves that are just really old. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through and cut off all the bad ones. So it just looks really nice, and we will kind of give this plant some new life. That is actually going to be it. We have taken care of a lot of the pruning, the watering, we planted, we cleaned. I got rid of the dead plants on the porch, and we've been doing this for 6 hours now. So if you're wondering how long it takes me to take care of the plants after downsizing my collection, 6 hours. If I wasn't filming, I'd probably do more, but I'm exhausted, so I'm gonna call it a day. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please make sure to hit like and subscribe. Share this video with your friends. It's a very nice, calming, relaxing, good vibe. Thank you so much to all of my patrons and members, but especially to Kim Klinowski, Botanicas, and Lauren Alexandra for the extra channel support. Don't forget to follow my second YouTube channel, youtube.com/StreamyAshley. That's where I go live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, starting at 8 p.m. EST, 5 p.m. PST. And other than that, I'll have to see you guys in the next houseplant section. Goodbye.